This morning on DC News Now, severe storms damaging the DMV. A look at the cleanup efforts as thousands of people are still without power. Less humidity on the longest day of the year. Meteorologist Jackie Layer has your forecast for the summer solstice. A local school district is incorporating AI, but not in the way you might think. Plus, student loan repayments restarting. What you need to know about the impact they could have on your credit score. And a walk for freedom.
You are walking on sacred ground. This is where people that have made history that changed the world have walked before. It is an honor to walk in their footsteps and to take that history forward.
The DMV celebrating and honoring Juneteenth.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Well, good morning and thanks for starting your Friday with us here on DC News Now. I'm Tanaya Wright.
And good morning. I'm Shanika Grimshaw. I'll be tracking your commute this morning for your Friday morning commute. It shouldn't be that bad, hopefully. Let's talk to Jackie about the weather. And I know yesterday it was bad. Hopefully we're not expecting any more storms.
No, not today. And also through the weekend, we're not tracking the storms. Now the main threat will be the heat and that humidity building back in later this weekend. And to start off that next work week, we're talking about excessive heat and humidity that could be dangerous at times. So I'll have more details on that coming up. But I do want to first talk about that cold front now well off the coastline. That's ushering in the much more comfortable air that we're seeing out there right now, especially after all that high heat and high humidity we had yesterday, and also that severe weather we had yesterday afternoon and into the early evening. Now temperatures are starting off in the 50s and 60s at this point, much more comfortable too with that lower humidity. Those dew points now into the 50s. Yesterday we had started off with those soupy 70s. Thankfully, we're seeing those dew points now back into those 50s, really settling into that comfortable feel. Planning out the rest of your day today, we'll have that sunshine sticking around as temperatures climb back into those mid to upper 80s. And today is the summer solstice. Summer officially begins at 10:42 p.m. later on tonight, but today, the longest day of the year, or the amount of daylight that we see through the day today. Sunset will be at 8:36 this evening. However, like I mentioned, into the weekend, we're tracking that heat and humidity building back in, even to start off that next work week as well. So I'll have more details on the timing of that. And we'll get towards the rest of that 7-day in just a few minutes. But right now, I do want to toss it over to Shanika with the very latest on those roadways. How's it looking?
All right. Hey, Jackie. So we are heading out to 395 right near 236 in Virginia. You're looking good. No problems if you're heading toward the district. That is also looking good. The 14th Street Bridge even. Just a reminder from yesterday's storms, you will see falling trees and wires in certain parts of our area in DC, Maryland, and Virginia. Potomac, we have a road blocked due to a fallen tree. That's off of Bradley Boulevard near River Road. You have more issues out there as well through, it's just a lot to mention, but BW Parkway north and southbound, your major roadways, will focus on that. That looks good if you're heading toward the Capitol Beltway. 495, really decent. You're seeing a lot of green out there. No worries at this time.
And across the region, strong winds and lightning, heavy rain causing a lot of damage. These videos taken from DC, Maryland, and Virginia. People still without power as the cleanup continues. And take a look at this. A viewer capturing video of a tree toppling on camera. This happened in Northwest. It went over a home and right onto the street. And take a look at the flames on the road. This was in Chevy Chase, Maryland. You can see wires on fire. Video taken by a man who was driving by. And in Montgomery County, a tree uprooted in Tacoma Park, landing on power lines near a home. This was one of many trees that came down during the storm.
And new video out of Northeast DC from last night. A building partially collapsed at the corner of 19th and H Streets. DC Fire says they believe wind was a factor in the collapse, and the building was under renovation when this happened. Rescue canines searched the building with no signs of anyone trapped inside. Officials say they believe the building was empty at the time.
And thousands of homes and businesses lost power as those storms ripped through the DMV, leaving down power lines and trees in the path.
Yeah, it was a whole lot going on. Our Candace Cole is live on Q Street Northwest with a look at that damage. Good morning, Candace.
Good morning, guys. Well, you can see there is still tons of damage over here left from yesterday's storms. I'll go ahead and step out of the way. As you mentioned, here on Q Street in Georgetown, you can see this massive tree that had toppled over. Plenty of brush still here along the road here. In fact, part of Q Street here at Q and 27th is blocked due to this tree, and you can see this car kind of caught up in this mangle of trees and branches. And of course, the DC is not the only place to get hit. Severe storms brought down trees and power lines across the region, like here in Fairfax, where trees toppled over in this man's backyard.
Sitting on the couch, and it sounded like an explosion, and then the power flickered, and then it just went black.
Those storms lasted from about 4:30 to 6:30 Thursday evening during the height of rush hour, when this man who was traveling in Montgomery County got caught in them while sitting in traffic.
Sitting, waiting to turn out onto Connecticut, and all of a sudden the sky got really dark, the winds really picked up, and just all of a sudden this tree fell on me.
And there are still about 611 people still without power this morning. That's down from the 7,100 plus from yesterday during the height of the storm. And just a reminder to folks, there is a lot of damage still out here. We haven't quite seen any cleanup crews out here yet, but as we showed you, down trees, down debris, and also power lines. Please watch out for the power lines. Don't step on them. Don't touch them, as they can be very dangerous. Reporting live in Georgetown, Candace Cole, DC News Now.
All right, Candace, thank you. Definitely be safe. And last night's severe thunderstorm damaging MARC trains Brunswick and Camden lines with numerous fallen trees across the tracks. The Brunswick line will not operate today, and passengers from Frederick County should consider using the MTA commuter bus. Those routes are 505 and 515. And Montgomery County passengers should consider Ride-On and Metro options. Taking a live look towards Reagan National and Dulles airports in Virginia last night, there were ground stops, and also BWI. They had ground stops for several hours. Those have all now been lifted, but the impact from those ground stops still being felt there. And there were more than 100 cancellations at Reagan. More than 300 in and outbound flights were delayed. Also, Dulles, nearly 350 delays and more than 50 flights canceled. Over in Baltimore, 270 delays and 20 cancellations at BWI.
And new details this morning on a story we first brought to you on Wednesday. A devastating fire in Maryland destroying a historic home that sits along the Underground Railroad Trail. The home stood in Montgomery County for more than 250 years. Our Kevon Dupree tells us what may have started that fire.
The home was soaked in history. And to hear that it had been burned to the ground, just broke my heart.
People in Sandy Spring, devastated by the loss of the home on the historic Harewood farm. Fire destroyed the house Wednesday night. James Lehman is a member of Sandy Spring Friends Meeting and a historian who knows a lot about the farm.
It was one of the first homesteads built in this area. The Stabler family, very, very famous in this area. Mr. Stabler was an inventor, an engraver. Some of his engravings are still used by the federal government, believe it or not.
Archives from the Library of Congress show that former Secretary of State Dean Acheson, who served under President Harry Truman, bought the home in 1925. The farm's current owner, Dr. Burton Johnson, bought the property in 1977. It was his family's home for decades. No one was in the house at the time of the fire. Montgomery County fire officials say weather may have played a role in causing it.
The leading theory right now is it was probably electrical in nature, storm related possibly.
Lehman, still trying to process that a home that has stood for more than 230 years is gone.
It's one more piece of history that has been lost in this area.
And new this morning in Maryland, Prince George's County Police are investigating a deadly shooting that happened in Laurel. This happened last night on Laurel Bowie Road. Police say they found a man shot outside of a store. He was rushed to the hospital where he died. Police say anyone with any information is asked to give them a call.
And a government shakeup in Maryland, adding a new chapter and a whole lot of star power. It even called for a bigger venue. Prince George's County Executive Aisha Braveboy was sworn in at the University of Maryland yesterday. DC News Now's Tiger Munn has more from the event.
Aisha Brayboy took her oath of office Wednesday, and a day later, her inaugural ceremony took place, recognizing her as Prince George's county executive. Weeks after winning the special election for county executive, Brayboy held her inaugural ceremony in College Park. Among those joining her, DMV native and actor Taraji P. Henson and Maryland Governor Wes Moore.
We need someone who is completely committed to making our community safer, more affordable.
Thank you so much for lifting up the foundation. Humans need humans. We need each other. We got to have each other's back.
Brayboy said she's putting a major focus on economic development.
We have to build. We are in a structural deficit. We can get out of it. It is some of our doing. It's some of our doing by not being able to really keep up with the times. And so we are not going to be second to any other jurisdiction when it comes to being able to move forward major developments here in Prince George's County.
Another priority for the former state attorney, enhancing the summer crime program, and she sees businesses playing a role in that.
We really do need a year-round jobs program for young people living here in the county. I'm going to be reaching out to the business community. We need to do business with businesses in Prince George's County because as we give them opportunities, then they can pass along those opportunities to our young people.
In College Park, I'm Tiger Munn, DC News Now.
And Governor Moore issuing another mass pardon for 7,000 people convicted of marijuana possession. Now, the governor also announcing $400 million targeting state investments that help reverse discriminatory policies, including mass incarcerations. It's called Just Communities. 419 acres in historically underserved communities will receive special consideration when competing for state funding. Now, some areas are in Prince George's and Montgomery counties. The Just Communities designation will take place on July 1st.
It is now 6:11. A popular Georgetown restaurant closing its doors.
The owner's message to customers and what's expected to open in its place. And a walk for freedom. A look at DC community coming together for Juneteenth.
All right, Jackie, let's take a live look outside. That is over the horizon there. What's it going to feel like today?
I mean, it's going to feel much more comfortable than the last several days. We have lower humidity settling in behind that cold front that sparked up those strong to severe storms we had yesterday. But today, it will be dry. We're tracking the sunshine for your Friday. Have more details, though, and look at that weekend forecast right after the break.